Well, in Gaza, there is new doubt about the timeline Washington laid out for a ceasefire. The White House had been saying that it was days away, but Israel now confirms it may in fact be weeks out. Meanwhile, the pressure is mounting with violence persisting on the ground. Gaza health officials say the Israeli strikes killed at least 23 people today. At least a dozen were waiting for aid. Hamas has agreed to release 10 living hostages under the proposed 60-day truce. But it says key hurdles remain, notably the free flow of aid, guarantees for lasting peace, plus an Israeli military withdrawal, which Israel has refused. The holdup comes after a U.S. signal that agreement would be struck before the end of the week. Well, the CBC's Sasha Petrusik is tracking this story for us out of Jerusalem. Sasha, great to see you. Tell us a little bit more about where this proposed ceasefire stands, which we may know may not be imminent anymore.
That's right, Crystal. If you are standing here, it doesn't look like or sound like things have changed a great deal for months now. They're debating the same issues and waking up to the same problems, the same threats as before. You mentioned what was going on in Gaza. This morning in Tel Aviv, people there woke up to air raid sirens as the Israeli military went to intercept a missile they said was fired by the Houthi militants from Yemen. So this is all still going on, even as these talks continue in Doha. The two sides, Israel and the Hamas militants, are talking to each other indirectly through mediators, the Qataris as well as the Americans. And they're getting somewhere, the officials say, but not as quickly as people expected. Just a few days ago, when Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was in Washington, Donald Trump was sounding like this agreement could be just a few days away. Well, it doesn't seem as imminent now. This is what he has to say, how he puts it at this point.
I think we have a chance this week or next week. Not definitely. There's nothing definite about war and Gaza and all of the other places that we all deal with so much. But there's a very good chance that we'll have a settlement, an agreement of some kind this week and maybe next week, if not.
So this week, maybe next week. So we will have to listen to that and try to figure out where it is going. Both sides do say that they are inclined to accept the 60-day ceasefire. As you mentioned, that would include, among other things, the release of half of the remaining hostages, as well as a ceasefire. Basically, they would stop fighting. But there are a number of really major issues that are still outstanding. The two sides have not been able to resolve those really since we were looking at this same situation, similar negotiations back in March, and now we are in the same sort of place right now. As far as Israel is concerned, the Israeli officials here have been saying that, while things are progressing, it is not imminent. It's not going to happen in the next day or two. As far as Hamas is concerned, it is saying that it is trying to be as flexible as it can, but it put out a statement saying that the current difficulties in negotiations are due to Israel's intransigence. So same sort of rhetoric that we've heard before, Crystal.
Very much a holding pattern, it seems, for several months now, Sasha. But we are hearing from the United Nations saying right now there's a critical window to reach a deal, pointing to dwindling aid supplies. The hospitals in Gaza, including hospital, the largest one, which is still sort of working, says it is rationing the fuel that they have left. What more can you tell us about that side of things?
Well, at the moment, we've gone through a number of critical issues, military and otherwise, over the past weeks and months in Gaza itself. At the moment, the issue is a lack of fuel, as you say. Israel has long basically blocked the entrance or controlled the entrance of fuel into Gaza, even before this war started, as a way of trying to I guess, pressure Hamas into doing certain things. That apparently is going on now, as well as these hospitals are saying that they are looking at an imminent humanitarian catastrophe. That's from the man who runs the Al-Shifa hospital, the biggest one in Gaza at the moment, as you said. What we are seeing there, though, is not just something that Hamas and the Palestinian officials are saying. The WHO, the World Health Organization, is also saying that this is becoming a very, very critical situation. Fuel, not medicine in this case, but just as important, because the hospitals are going dark, the lights are not on, the doctors cannot operate there. And even though officials in Gaza say they have diverted some fuel from other purposes as much as they can, it is still a critical situation, one that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. Israel, for its part, has not commented on what's going on, whether they have, in fact, cut back on the fuel that's being allowed in, or what exactly their intent is. Crystal?
Sasha, thank you so much. The CBC's Sasha Petrusik reporting live for us from Jerusalem.